All right, some basic ankle strength work, no equipment needed. We'll start with some calf raises. Legs are nice and straight. We're gonna lean into a wall, something to support us. We're a small stretch at the bottom, pushing your heels down. Legs stay straight, like I said, and then a straight line from our heels all the way up to our shoulders, and we're gonna travel through that straight line. We'll go for 20 reps. That's 10, we'll get 10 more. Try and really peek out on your toes and then get those heels all the way to the ground. Maybe a small stretch there, maybe not, but work for legs to stay straight. And again, we're really trying to drive ourselves kind of towards the wall following this angle, as opposed to straight up or as opposed to like too far forward. Maybe not crazy tough across the calves, but getting some good motion across the ankle and a nice pump across the calves, and then turn some stress across the calcaneal tendon, the Achilles tendon. We'll call this 20 right here. Next, we'll go tib raises. So same thing, we'll need a wall. We're gonna walk our feet out. The farther out we walk it, the more difficult it's gonna be. The closer in, the easier it's gonna be. My butt's in contact with the wall. I'm gonna keep my shoulders off the wall. From here, I'm gonna pick my toes up at the same time as high as I can and come back down. We're gonna call this max reps. If you get to 20, you can just call it at 20, that's fine. We're gonna go for max reps here. Picking your toes up as high as you can. Our goal throughout this set is to get some type of burn, some type of spiciness across what's called our anterior tib, which is this muscle in front right on the shin. I wanna get a little burn in front, that's the goal here. Legs stay straight, toes come up as high as you can get them, and then control the eccentric phase, control the descent back down to the ground. So nice and high, and then control as those toes come back to the ground, as opposed to just getting up and falling. Again, max reps. If you get to 20, you're solid. If you only get maybe 5 to 10 at a pretty high range of motion, you feel like your range of motion begins to suffer, then just walk yourself closer in. Make it a little bit easier. Call this 18, 19, and 20. Bent knee calf raises are next. We're gonna bend our knees to start. Keep this knee angle constant. Drive up nice and high and come back down, controlling the descent. This is gonna target our soleus muscle. Soleus muscle is gonna be underneath the gastrocnemius muscle, which is the big guy. You can see the soleus muscle plays a big role in ankle function. And as soon as we bend our knees, we're gonna target that guy a little bit more. We're shooting for 15 reps. I'm gonna call that 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. From there, one piece of equipment, doesn't need to be a bench, it can be a chair, or a couch or something, but something that's maybe a foot and a half off the ground. We're gonna go ATG split squat. This is gonna challenge our ankle range of motion, our foot stability, but then also incorporate some musculature above the ankle. So our goal here is to basically have our front foot elevated up on this bench. It's gonna make it relatively easy. We're gonna drive forward, keep your back leg nice and straight, or as straight as you can keep it. Allow your hamstring to truly sit on top of your calf and drive yourself back. Your knee will travel forward over the toe. That's totally fine, that's the goal here. I'm gonna show you a different angle in just a second. We'll shoot for 10 reps. And by all means, if you want something to support yourself and stabilize yourself so you don't have to focus on balance too much, hang on to a wall, hang on to the back of a chair or something like that, so balance can be taken out of the equation and you can really focus on the movement. So I'm doing 10 reps, and then when I hit my other side, I'll show you from a different angle what this movement looks like. That's 7, 8. I will say when you get to the bottom position, pause, really milk this movement, milk this position before you drive back out. That's 9, last one. And 10 from a different angle. My goal is to have my knee track in a way that mimics my squat pattern, which is gonna be straight ahead, slightly out. I just really don't want it caving in. Stable foot position. We'll go 10 reps on this other side. Back leg, you're really working to straighten that knee. And again, something for support. So we don't have to make this a balancing movement. We can make this an ankle challenging movement, challenging the quad and the knee a little bit as well. But when it's so high, we're really just trying to challenge positions across the ankle. We'll call that 8, 9, 10. We can also develop some strength, really reactive strength, just doing some single leg balancing stuff. So starting by one leg off the ground and just simple, eyes open, everything's just nice and stable. If this is a challenge, you can just hang out here. If it's not too bad, you can do some stuff like add some instability to the equation. So you need to stabilize with that ankle and that foot by reaching out as far as you can with the opposite leg, reaching back as far as you can, reaching across your body, and reaching to the same side as that leg. We'll run through this 2 times. Boom. Boom. And the entire time I'm trying to maintain a stable foot position and a stable ankle, not something that's all over the place or me kind of falling down. So range of motion wise, only really reach as far as you can. If here is good, or if just staying here is fine. If you can, try and push that too. Add some instability to the equation, so you need to be strong and react to that instability with the foot that you're standing on. You can also do, there's a bunch of stuff you can do, and you could add wobble boards, you can add stability pads and half inflated balls and just other unstable things to stand on. Or you could, like I said, play with all this range of motion with the foot, or you can't see my face, but just close your eyes. Close your eyes and work on trying to maintain your balance, and that's all going to originate from that foot and that ankle working hard to do so. And my eyes are open again, and we'll hit the other side. One thing I do like to start always with a nice foot that's just totally straight ahead. I don't want to be duck-toed out. If you pigeon-toed, that really wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd almost prefer that, but straight ahead is good. So from here, we're just working on just balancing. Eyes are open. There's no instability anywhere. I'm just nice and stable. Then I'm gonna go reach nice and far out front, as far as I can out back. My left foot is on the ground, and it's ideally trying to stay in the exact same spot, nice and stable. Good. You go across the body. You go to the same side as that leg that's not on the ground. And I'll repeat it one more time. Up front. Behind. Cross. Same side. And then close my eyes. And I'm working. I lose my awareness in space. So in turn, I'm kind of all over the place trying to balance. I'm fighting to maintain my balance, using my foot and my ankle. Eyes are open, and I'm golden. So that's it. We can stress the ankles, the tissues around the ankles, develop some good strength, some decent mobility across the ankles, and really no equipment. I used a bench, but you could use a chair or a coffee table. So give it a shot and see how it goes.